former gym in Cincinnati. Alyssa Beckerman now to the floor, an event where she has the ability to really show a polished routine. Can she nail her tumbling?
That's a good question. She has a beautiful line for this event. She's a beautiful dancer, but it's going to come down to the tumbling passes. Struggling with this in the warm-ups. Whip, 2.5, punch front. Done very well. Beautiful dance. She's making it look so easy, and I'm telling you, all those turns she just did are very difficult. Nice triple turn. She gets a lot of her bonus in dance, and all the turns and combinations.
This is a very important night for this young lady, who is certainly on the bubble in her hopes to represent the U.S. at the Olympics. She has the look and the style. If she can demonstrate the kind of consistency, she could be a member of that Olympic team.
She definitely has a world-class look, ending with a very strong triple full. After falling off beam, that's the kind of routine she needed here.
And a look of happiness and relief for Alyssa Beckerman. A good floor routine completes a pressure-filled competition, and it ends the evening on a high note after her problems on balance beam. Alyssa Beckerman, who struggles all the time to keep her emotions in check when she's competing, can finally let it out a bit and relax.
Awesome both dance bonus and everything. Thank you. We're done. Oh my God.
One Cincinnati kid left with one event to do and victory possible.
Morgan is such a competitor, and I went up to her and I said, you know, Morgan, I usually don't do this, but I just want to do it and see what happens. You know, I just want you to know what a great job you've done, and I want you to know you're only 1/10 behind Vanessa Atler, and she's going to bars and you're going to floor. Go after it.
It comes down to this: serious, intense Morgan White with one chance left to go for it all. And Vanessa Atler, in the past her own worst enemy on bars. Those two coming up. Vanessa Atler facing the one event that has given her the most trouble for the past 3 years, uneven bars. We've seen what trouble the bars can be tonight. She must perform well to stay in front of Morgan White, who is just 1/10 of a point behind and will do floor exercise next. Atler's recent history of falling off bars must be on her mind as she prepares for her final event.
Vanessa Atler.
She needs to attack this event like she attacks all the other events.
As we saw, she started the evening on balance beam, showed a little nerve, but Amanda, you might be right. She's pretty aggressive here.
She is being very aggressive. A lot of times when you get doubt in your head about a single event, you have trouble coming back from that. She has slightly changed her routine, and she looks confident with it. Great dismount.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what Vanessa needed to do at this competition.
And a big hug from her coach, Valerie Liukin. Big moment for this young lady who has shown a lot of calm at the same time as being aggressive. She seemed confident in that routine. Not something we've seen from her lately.
I think that's right. I think we really noticed a different Vanessa on bars. She, as we said, attacked the event. She was aggressive. When you hold back is when you make mistakes, and I think she finally has figured out how to attack it and get it done.
Vanessa Atler, visibly relieved and happy over her successful uneven bar routine and for completing all 4 events in competition for the first time in a long time.
Now to the floor exercise.
And after Atler's performance, Morgan White cannot afford a single mistake if she hopes to win.
I saw the judge raise the flag, so that's a 1/10 of a point.
I had the opportunity to train with Morgan just a little bit in Cincinnati. Very serious competitor, as well as in the gym training. In fact, Mary Lee has actually had to tell her to lighten up, have fun in competition.
There is this thing I call the Olympic year panic. And Mary Lee calls it the face. She's showing that face, which means intensity. Now, you were somebody who was able to lighten up and kind of sell your performance to the crowd. How did you get over the nerves and allow yourself to do that?
Well, I think for me, what I love most about gymnastics is performing. And for me to get out on the floor and try to be serious actually made me more nervous. So for me to get out here and have fun and do what I love is actually what helps me do better. Morgan, on the other hand, likes to be serious. It's not easy for her to lighten up.
There's a smile and a look of relief.
9.15.
White looks relieved that it's all over. What better indication of the pressure and intensity of these competitions? It's all written on Morgan White's face. And the smile on Vanessa Atler's face. The smile of a winner who has done more than that. She has fought back from injuries and from her own self-doubts. Morgan White's overall performance is good enough to keep her Olympic dream intact. She ends up second to Vanessa Atler.
Well, Vanessa, why don't you assess your competition? I thought you looked terrific. And we expect you normally to do well on events like the vault and the floor. But how about the bars? That had to be good for your confidence.
Yeah, that was really a big confidence booster. I was so happy about that because, you know, I haven't been doing so well on bars. And, you know, I did some changes and stuff on it. And I've been feeling really well. And all the workouts have been going good. And I just had to, you know, nail that routine. And it made me feel so much better. So I was really happy about that.
Let's talk about your injuries. You've had some problems with your ankle, but how did it feel tonight under the pressure of the hard landings?
It felt great. It didn't hurt a bit, so, you know, I feel back in shape again, and I'm just so happy not to have anything wrong, you know, so.
Well, we wish you continued success.
Thank you.
Vanessa Atler's performance here in Tulsa was good enough to win the event, but the momentum she gathered from this win did not hold up. Atler faltered at each of the 4 events during Olympic trials competition 1 month later, and she was left off the Olympic team for Australia. Dominique Moceanu, who returned to competition here after 2 years off and left a little disappointed with her results, developed bone chips in her knee just before Olympic trials began. That injury ended her Olympic hopes as well. Morgan White, who settled for second place here, used her trademark intensity to raise the level of her performances at Olympic trials, and her dream of making the Olympic team came true. She's going to Sydney. And so is Amy Chow. She may have fallen twice here on uneven bars, but performed the same event mistake-free at trials and earned a trip to a second Olympic Games. Alyssa Beckerman struggled a bit with her focus and concentration at the Olympic trials, but held herself together enough to claim a spot as the alternate on the Olympic team. She's going to Sydney and must be ready to compete if someone on the team suffers injury. Amy Walker's leg injury is one reason she was not able to compete for a spot on the Olympic team, but her hopes are high for Athens in 2004. We wish all these athletes continued success And we thank them for sharing their efforts, their time, and their hopes and dreams with us tonight. For Amanda Borden and Bart Connor, I'm Andrea Joyce. Good night, and thanks for watching.